Hello everybody, in today's video I'm going to be breaking down some subscriber gameplay. If you're new to the channel, this is something I do every once in a while. If you're interested in having your gameplay broken down, feel free to let me know in the comments section below, and we can kind of walk you through how you can get your video to me so I can go ahead and look at it, break it down, and maybe look at some ways you can improve. Obviously I'm not the greatest player in the world, but there are some insights I can give you based off your specific play style. If at any point of the video you are enjoying yourself, remember to click that like button, go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already, and make sure you got those notifications on so you can keep up to date with my future content. So let's go ahead and look at the video. So right here we have the shingles variant with high caliber, extended mags, and rapid fire using armored and blitzkrieg. You can see the class streaks on the side are the actual recon, counter recon, fighter pilot, and the glide bomb. So this is perfect. This player is about a 1.5 KD, so pretty good. And then as far as score per minute, right around the 300 mark. One of the first recommendations I have to do, it has nothing to do with gameplay at all, and that is to actually get yourself on a wired connection. A lot of times that's going to be a huge difference in your connectivity issues, and then getting these little hit reg issues where it feels like you're shooting the person but you're not, or other things like that. So if you can get a wired connection, I would highly recommend that. I noticed that when we were going to the intro, it said wired connection is better, which usually means that you're on Wi-Fi. So that's something I would fix. When it comes to actual gameplay, what I notice this player does a lot is they actually push middle of map very aggressively a lot of times. So right here, the position where the teammate is, I would have kept pushing back to spawn. So if you're looking at where the teammates were, there was no really reason for them to go back into the building. The enemies are obviously on the main spawn or back in that little stable area to that right side. So that's something to be aware of. A lot of times if you have that awareness where your teammates are, it's good to push around. So this guy, we know there's some guys to that right side. Look at where our teammates are. They're all in the spawn and they're in that middle building. So this guy comes around, he melts them pretty good. He survives. He has that armored on, so that fire damage protects him. Well, for whatever reason, I see it later on where he does get completely melted by this fire shotty, so not 100% sure what's going on there. But I know that the fire shotty can be very fast if you use rapid fire and the actual fire shotgun shells, which is kind of a little bit glitchy right now because it fires faster than the rate of fire of the weapon. So right here, he's kind of staying in this engagement, throws some smokes, throws nades, tries to stick with it, and he's still kind of pushing it, but he's not full health. So that's sometimes what I recommend too, is trying to get back to a better position, because right there he can't see anything. He doesn't have any head glitching. The other enemy team, they have a head glitching on the right side by this yellow crate and also on the left by that barrel. So right here it gets completely melted again by the shotgunner. So a lot of times with the shotgunner, you got to keep that range. If you're gonna, I would either just avoid that area completely or back up and force the shotgunner to come out, because once you get within their one-shot kill potential, you're kind of screwing yourself. Right here, the sniper, he was there. If we go ahead and look at that again, you'll go ahead and see that the sniper was there. So you can see right there that the guy is there. One of the other issues, like again, that I've already mentioned, is this person keeps running through mid. So I would highly recommend stop doing that. Because that's a huge reason why you're getting killed. If anytime you're running through mid, you're getting different shot points. So there could be someone to your right behind you right here. There could be someone up this middle lane, which there it was. And then there's someone right here, and then there could be someone in the window, and there could be someone on the top window, and there could be someone in the doorway. So you got like a lot of people. One thing I did want to mention is I apologize for the quality of the image. Anytime I do these subscriber gameplays, they don't usually have the 1080p 60 frames per second software, so that's why it is a little bit fuzzier than normal. So now we're pushing off a spawn. We're going around this left side. This left side is a little bit better to go through, like I said, or the right side. We know that right side that we have that little camper shotgunner there, so kind of want to avoid that. Looks like he's coming around. He did peek it, so for this death, there's not much he could have done. He did peek that one. It's just bad timing. The guy happened to run as soon as he turns to the left. So not a big deal there. That one's just a completely bad timing kill. Right here, I would recommend maybe pre-aiming hot spots. There's a lot of people that will camp in the spot where he's just standing. So when it came around the corner, I would have probably pre-aimed that. Also right here, this is the power position for this one. We have map control. If you're in that window, you're picking people off a spawn. Especially in team deathmatch, people tend to play a little bit slower. So instead of maybe pushing some of these engagements outside the building, I would maybe lock down the building, kind of guard a window. I know your teammates are already in there, so you can kind of reposition. Obviously, that's a little bit slower, but it's going to force all the enemies to come out of hiding. So they're going to either come out from this right side. You can see right here, again, he's pushing middle. where his teammates are. There's kind of a lot of action going on in the middle here. He's going to go ahead and fight this guy. He does the best he can. Kind of shoots him up, kind of repositions. It looks like all his teammates are to the right by the stable, so he should be good. Straight on this side and right. This one is a very weird kill. I don't know how the guy kills him from this range. This is really busted in my opinion. I don't know how the heck this gun can kill from that range. You're going to see this guy just has his number, and he hits him with the fire bullets. Even though he's running armored, that shouldn't kill him from that range. I don't know if they just got a headshot or what. That was just awful. I don't know about that. So spawns a flip now. Now they're all in that back corner in the room. So when he comes around here, he could have been pre-aiming. Again, this shotgunner has his number. So with a lot of times with the shotgunner, you got to keep these ranges a little bit shorter, and you got to be pre-aiming as you come around the corner. And again, he runs through middle, gets sniped by a camper just camping out in the mid, sniping down that lane. So again, now he's going around the left side, so a little bit smarter play. Then as he comes around, he's not really pre-aiming with the barrel. He didn't use it as a head glitch initially until he started getting shot at. Luckily, he didn't take any damage. Has a lot of teammates pushing up. There are a couple teammates in mid, so he got a little bit of coverage there. And then now he's kind of pushing through mid again. So the biggest issue I see is just pushing through mid. You just put yourself at huge risk. It looks like there is an enemy in that building to the right of him where teammates are. And it looks like teammates are having issue killing this guy. And again, he gets sniped by a guy sitting in the middle. So that's one of the reasons you don't want to be in that middle. So that would be my biggest recommendation, is sitting in middle. The second would be pre-aiming corners just a little bit more, because you do kind of run around a little bit more aggressively. Right here, you're holding down middle lane. There's no reason to hold down that middle lane like that way. If you're going to hold the middle, you should be in that building. One thing I did want to mention for this glide bomb is you should never be running towards a teammate. So as soon as you heard it, you should have turned around. So that at least if he's going to kill somebody, it's a 50-50 is going to kill you or that other teammate or one of your other teammates. But at least in that scenario, you're not going to both get hit by that actual glide bomb. So again, you're pushing mid. Okay, then you come back around to the left. It looks like you're kind of running a little bit around. You're not really pre-aiming. There you go, a little bit of pre-aiming. You are kind of trying to do that little snap aim, so that's nice. And then you do get a good look at mid. You throw this little tactical nade in there. You go ahead and shoot that guy, clear him out. And then you come in around over here, you're kind of peeking. And then you go ahead and melt him, and then you melt the other guy. I don't know if that guy was AFK, but he didn't look at you. You did get a headshot, so that high caliber probably helped there. And then you go ahead and kind of destroy mid. So you go ahead and push with your teammate over here. He's running with pistols. I would have stayed running to that left side with your teammate, because right here you do have a good sight line on these guys, but you do get melted with mid because there was two guys there and kind of counterbalanced. But yeah, I would definitely recommend it going around the other side. Fighter plane looks like you chose a good flight path. And then you are able to try and get some kills here, but obviously Saint Marie du Mont is not the best for these aerial streaks. Everyone's able to be in buildings, and it blocks a lot of the sight lines. So again, now you're pushing up left side. You do kind of get a good little head glitch there on the barrel as you peek, and then you kind of just maneuvering around. So you're doing good. It looks like your sensitivity is perfectly fine, that you're not missing a bunch of shots. But again, you went towards mid and then you got shot in the back. So if you would have went towards that left side, at least you might have been face-to-face in the engagement there. It's kind of hard to tell where this guy is. He's probably inside your building. You can see him there on the mini-map. And then you come around mid again. So a lot of times this just happens to come with mid. There's too many angles to be aware of. So yeah, when I look at this gameplay overall, there's such a small amount of little minor tweaks to actually improve the KD, probably even score per minute. Definitely avoiding the middle is the way to go. In this specific case, because there's just too many angles and you end up getting killed in bad ways. So he did push to the middle of the map as far as the actual building. He wasn't really pre-aiming that doorway, but that guy was ready. He melted him with the grease gun, 3 shots. That gun excels at that range. You'll probably lose that gunfight most of the time against the grease gun at that range, because obviously SMG, close proximity, the guy landed all 3 shots. So that one's just a little bit of bad timing. But again, pushing through mid. I'm going to go ahead and sit right here. Not really a good angle. Then you kind of push up a little bit. So this is a little bit better spot if you're going to be in mid. And that guy's still sniping. But right here, you're wide in the open. Your left, there's a couple teammates there. But it looks like the enemies are kind of pushing back towards your spawn. You can see that guy on the mini-map. It doesn't look like you're pushing that way at all. He did kill another teammate. And then now you kind of notice him. And then you start taking him out. So you took him out. It took a little while for you to notice he was on the mini-map. So mini-map awareness is huge. There's still another one of your guys' spawn. You are pushing forward. This corner I would pre-aim a little bit better because you kind of are just kind of strafing around. So that was one whole match of subscriber gameplay. If you did enjoy the video, make sure you click the like button. Go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already. Turn notifications on so you can stay up to date with that content. A quick review is that stay away from middle. You want to avoid middle unless you have good map control. Once you do have map control, it does take a little bit of patience, but the best bet is just kind of stay still, kind of hold down lanes, and then kind of pick people off as they're coming out of spawn. Especially for St. Marie-Dumont, that stables area is a hot spot, especially if you're sitting in mid-building. And then kind of just look at where your teammates are and kind of position yourself. Push with the teammates, stay to the outskirts, pre-aim a little bit around the corners. You're already strafing around the corners, so you're not going to be that much slower if you're actually ADSing. It's a little bit slower, but not that much slower, especially if you're coming around a corner. So overall, definitely a good player. Definitely knows how to play the game for the most part. Just got to slow down a little bit and actually play to the outskirts of the map. Be perfectly fine, I think. If you'd like me to break down your gameplay, make sure you go ahead and comment down below, and then we'll go ahead and talk about that down in the comments section. Thank you for watching, and as always, have a great day.